Stop. It's ready. Now go.
Out of my way! Out of my way! Out of my way! Out of my way!
Massimo! Where are you going with that sword?
I'm taking it to Fabius, the centurion.
Since when does your father sell swords?
No, Bishop Augustine. He's not selling it. It's a gift.
Go then, but be careful. Don't cut yourself with that.
Like this.
Centurion!
Better.
My father has made another one.
I'll be sure to give it to somebody who can use it. Massimo, wait. You see that girl? With her back to us and the long brown hair. Take this to...
Lucille?
Yes, take this to her and tell her that I'm sorry for the things I said the other day.
Lucille! Lucille!
Massimo,
This is for you.
where did you get this?
Fabius the centurion. And he said that he's sorry
Okay.
for what he said to you.
You have it.
All of it?
Yes, all of it.
Again. Halt. Attack!
I was looking for you. We started packing your books onto the Pope's ships.
I have to talk to the governor first.
You're still hoping to prevent that attack?
Keeping hope alive is a bishop's duty.
Uncle, the barbarians could attack the city at any moment.
As soon as we can, we'll leave.
How many times do I have to tell you? Go! I think this must be the weakest point. Here.
Valerius, suspend the enrollment of the civilians.
It was Fabius the Centurion's initiative, not mine.
If you care about the future of the city, suspend it.
I do care. That's why I won't suspend it.
Those men are being led to a massacre.
No! They are being led to glory.
There is more glory in fighting for peace than waging war.
War made Rome great.
Not war. Virtue. The virtue of the regulars, the Severus, the Scipios.
Exactly. So why do you Christians want to change everything?
Not change, renew. Preserve what is good and convey it to the new citizens.
Rome to the barbarians.
Barbarians is what we call those we don't know.
No, it's what we call those we know well enough to realize they'll never be like us.
And what's so special about us?
We are a wall, defending our city. On this side, there's order, security, and law. On the other side, there's chaos and lawlessness. This is a century-old wall, which mustn't be destroyed.
All walls are destroyed, sooner or later.
Not those built by Romans.
What do you want to do, Valerius? Defeat the Vandals? And present yourself as the savior of the Empire? The new consul?
Maybe I'd already be the consul if it hadn't been for you.
You cannot fault me for denouncing evil.
Evil? Is that what you call our friendship? Look at us. I'm just the governor of a small province now. And you, a simple bishop. If it weren't for you, we could have had a much greater future. Remember when we left here to go to Milan? Milan. The Emperor's See. Now your speech against Ambrose is even more urgent.
I'll lock myself in my house and not think of another thing.
I don't think that'll be possible.
Why?
I think you'll have company.
Khalida. Mother. I have just moved in, so I'll have to reorganize. I'm sure we'll manage somehow. Go on, go. Come in, hurry, hurry. Go on, come on, upstairs, upstairs. Mother, you can sleep down here, in that room. In that room. We'll be upstairs with the Deodatus. I'll show you where you can put your things. We'll have to buy you some new clothes. Beautiful ones, so you can come to court. I'm giving a speech in front of the Emperor.
I'm sorry. He's tired. He needs to sleep. I'm sorry. Take him. I'm just going to clean this mess up.
Hey, hey. Khalida, worry about that later. Worry about that later. I think it's better if you take him. If you take him. Go upstairs.
You'll get used to your family again. You lied to me.
I felt ashamed.
Of what? Of your family?
Of myself. I'm here thanks to the Manichaeans. I feared you weren't proud of me.
Are you proud of yourself?
Of course. What more could I have hoped for?
Have you met Bishop Ambrose?
Yes. Do you know him? Thank you.
Second to Pope Siricius. He's the most listened to bishop in the world.
Why is that?
Until 10 years ago, he hadn't even been baptized. But he had already got ahead in life. At only 30 years old, he was the governor of the whole province. He was so loved that when the bishop died, the people asked him to take his place.
And he accepted.
Of course. He gave everything he had to the poor. And he gained a new life.
If you say so.
Not me. The Holy Scriptures say so.
Yes, they are holy. But when you read them, they say that God created man in his own image and likeness. Can you imagine a God that looks like me? 2 arms, 2 legs, having a shave every morning?
He certainly wouldn't talk as much as you. Have you heard yourself, Augustine? You can't even think about God without projecting yourself into the matter. Go to Khalida now. She suffered a great deal because of you.
What do you think he's dreaming about?
He needed his father.
Khalida. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I left without telling you.
You weren't obliged to tell me.
No, but I should have.
Yes. You should have. You should have. You should have. You should have. You should have.
In the literal sense. God created man in his own image and likeness. Doesn't mean, for example, that God resembles man in the material sense. Our spiritual life, our capacity to love, our freedom, this is what makes man resemble God. But Paul's words have a second meaning as well. Think of mountain rivers. When they meet an obstacle, they become stronger. They sweep it away and precipitate even more violently. The same thing happens with our desires. When they are obstructed by laws, they become even stronger and precipitate towards evil, towards death. Even in this sense, the letter, or rather the law, kills. But God has also given us His Spirit, and the Spirit gives life. The Spirit guides our desires. It makes us love good. It makes us free.
Mother.
Augustine, what are you doing here?
I need to speak with Bishop Ambrose, and you are coming with me. Let me through. Let me through. Let me through. I need to speak to the bishop.
So do we.
I'm the orator of the court.
Yeah, sure. And I'm the king of Persia.
Augustine, please. Augustine, it's our turn.
Come, you can see the bishop now.
Bishop Ambrose.
What an honor.
My mother, Monica, she really has insisted upon meeting you.
It's a pleasure to meet the new orator's mother. Are you a Catholic, my child?
Yes.
This time we outnumber you.
Are you preparing another sermon?
Oh, no. No, it's the philosopher Plotinus.
Plotinus? But he's not a Christian.
No, but he's a great philosopher. There's a lot of truth in his work. And as the Gospel says, who isn't against us is with us.
So anybody against you would be against the truth.
Who is against the truth is against himself.
So this is the reason why you gave up the governor's office.
My reasons are not as visible, nor as apparent as one may think.
They're not visible. Ah, like the spirit thing you talked about in your sermon.
It's St. Paul's scriptures that talk about it. I only gave my comments on his words.
Invisible. But giving life at the same time. You are an intelligent man, Ambrose. Don't you find it all hard to believe?
Is the love you have for your woman visible? I would argue that it isn't. Yet, you managed to create a new life from it. Something very tangible.
I see you've made inquiries about me.
Isn't it what you are doing right now?
You deserve your notoriety.
And I'm sure in your speech to the Emperor, you'll go a long way towards establishing yours.
At first glance, we all seem quite alike. One head, two arms, two legs. Of course, speaking of legs, one might prefer the graceful legs of Blazilla over those of the courageous Spautone. But there is someone among us, someone above us, someone who resembles us in the same way a diamond resembles a stone. An eagle resembles a butterfly. A star resembles the flame of a candle. Our Emperor Valentinian. We owe the peace of the kingdom to him, the prosperity of the fields, the good fortune of the heavens. To him, and not to a bishop who claims for himself the power is bestowed upon the emperor and only the emperor. To the emperor and not the bishop.
He's referring to Ambrose.
Bestowed by God to act as a mediator
Clever as
between the
always,
earth
General.
and the heavens. To establish
To act as a mediator between the earth and the heavens. To establish what is good and what is evil. To lead his people to salvation.
Thus the emperor and not the bishop shall hear our prayers, our petitions, our invocations. He is our faith, our comfort, our hope. The fields, houses, also the churches are his. If the emperor decides to requisition them, no one can oppose him, not even Bishop Ambrose. Because whoever isn't with us is against us. Me, you, all of us, we belong to him.
Your son's speech yesterday was quite successful.
I'm so ashamed.
It's not your fault.
I should have been a better mother.
Is there a better mother than God? And yet, how many of his children repudiate him? But don't lose hope. If Augustine had been an easy child, God wouldn't have given him a mother like yourself.
Ah, here she is now. We were just talking about you, Day. We didn't think you were coming. You would say that.
Haven't you already had one of those? No. That was ages
Adeodatus. Adeodatus! Deodatus! Where is he? Deodatus. There. No. Come on. Hey.
Augustine, I have great news. Come on. Guess what the Emperor has asked me?
For a rocking horse?
This is not the time for sarcasm. The Empress Mother has taken the words from your speech literally. She's asked us to requisition Ambrose's basilica. You and I. Not Bertoni or one of the other officials. What did I tell you? We are becoming increasingly more influential.
Great. But we still have to see if Ambrose will obey us.
You are the Emperor's voice, and the Emperor is, remember your speech, right? The mediator between the earth and the heavens? You convinced everyone of this. How could Ambrose possibly stand in opposition to one of the Emperor's orders? Tonight we celebrate. Here's to us. By the way, the Manichaeans of Milan have asked me to invite you to one of their rites tomorrow night.
I want nothing more to do with them.
You've been a Manichaean for years. What happened?
Years of obscurity. I only needed to read Plotinus to realize that.
Is he a Christian philosopher?
No. Just a great philosopher.
Augustine, the Manichaeans are powerful. Your presence here today is in part due to them. Even if you don't want to be one of them anymore, pretend.
Pretend? Pretend that Valentinian is a great emperor, that Bautone is a soldier, that I am a Manichaean. We can pretend everything we want, Valerius, but not everything can be pretended. Tired of the party?
I'm tired of this palace. Sometimes I just want to be alone.
It's strange to think of someone like you alone.
You think so? Where's your wife?
I'm not married.
For a man of your position, that sounds strange to me.
So what do you do when you get tired of this palace?
I go away, at least for a while.
Where to?
A secret place.
So don't say anything more then, or it will not be a secret anymore.
I won't tell you where it is. Just what it's like. It's a villa in the woods, in front of a very special little lake. It's a natural spring-fed lake, and the water is hot. Always hot. Close your eyes. Imagine how it is in the winter to take a dip at night and snow all around you.
I've never seen snow before,
You should come.
but it's your secret place.
You're good with words. Maybe one day you'll convince me to reveal it to you.
Augustine,
Bishop,
you made good use of my words in your diatribe against me in court.
they've been useful to know you and Plotinus better.
Good. But be aware that Plotinus offers us everything but the essential. That the truth is not an idea, a concept, or a state of mind, but is manifest in one divine person.
We're here on behalf of Emperor Valentinian.
Very well. And I'm here on behalf of Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
The Emperor demands that you surrender this basilica to the Arian community.
Demands?
Demands.
In the name of what authority?
The authority bestowed upon him.
By who?
By God.
Liars!
How dare you?
How dare you name God as your authority? You don't believe in him! You don't believe in anything! And you, worse, invoking the return of the pagan demons. Dogs on a leash, that's what you are! You wander around barking out lies. Be silent! And look deep within yourselves for what the truth really is. Only the truth will turn you into men. Free men!
We'll be forced to report your conduct to the Emperor.
Tell them, if they want to get rid of me, they must attack me, not my people.
Let's go.
Augustine, remember what I said. It's not the man that finds the truth, but the truth that finds the man. Because the truth is a person. It's Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Now, what will we tell the Empress Mother?
To use force. To send Bertani and his soldiers to take Ambrose's basilica.
The people will not be pleased. They'll all side with Ambrose again.
No. Because you, with your words, you will make the people pleased. And you will keep them all on our side. Everything is at stake here, Augustine. Are you with me?
See how the mosaic is put together? Little by little, it appears. But only by the end, when every piece has found its place, will we be able to see the full picture.
I'm leaving you in the best hands. I'm sure you both have a lot to talk about.
Look, Adeodatus, there's your father.
Augustine, I'd like to invite you to my villa.
I would be honored to come.
Believe me, I know. You have a great future ahead of you. Soon your voice will be the most important in the whole court.
That depends on various circumstances.
That's right. On one in particular, that you still need to tame. A family, rich enough to sustain your ambitions.
A family like yours.
And you must know that I also have a daughter. In 2 years' time, she'll be of marrying age. Uniting you in marriage would be a good solution for me as much as for you. That is, if you want your voice to be the most important in court.
Wait. I remember the first time I took off your sandals. You've come a long way since then.
We've both come a long way.
And you have a long road still to travel.
Yes.
I was waiting for you with Adeodatus outside the Imperial Palace today.
Really?
I saw you walk out and was about to go over to you. But then an elegant man stopped you.
And?
I walked away.
You walked away.
Yes.
Why?
I didn't want to be a bother to you. I didn't want to get in your way.
But I've never considered you a bother.
I never want to be a bother to you. For you to grow up. One day you'll understand.
Deodatus! Caridad! Deodatus! Caridad! 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 My mistress was torn from my side, and my heart, which clung to her, was torn and wounded till it bled. And she went back to Africa, vowing to thee never to know any other man, and leaving with me my natural son by her. But I, unhappy as I was, could not bear the delay of the 2 years that should elapse before I could obtain the bride I sought. And so, I procured another mistress, not as a wife, of course, but so the disease of my soul might be nursed up and kept in its vigor.
You're late.
And I see you haven't wasted any time.
Watch carefully. You'll have to talk about this in your speech.
In the name of your Emperor Valentinian, I order you to move out immediately. The Basilica will be requisitioned before daybreak.
Give to Caesar what is Caesar's, and to God what is God's. God doesn't ask the Emperor for his palace, and the Emperor mustn't ask God for his home.
If there is a God, Bishop Ambrose, He resides in the palace of the Emperor, not in your basilica.
There is a God, Valerius. And he has to reside in the hearts of all men, even in yours.
No opposition shall be tolerated. Whatever happens will be because you wanted it to.
Whatever happens, Valerius, is because God wanted it to happen.
Order the attack, General.
Against unarmed civilians?
Yes, unarmed. Will you be the one to tell the Empress Mother that they blocked your soldiers?
I've done my part. Now it's your turn to make this seem like a victory.
Let's go.
I'm staying. I need to gather information for my speech.
Good. You will need all your talent tomorrow.
Mother!
I'm here. Water! Water! Bring some water!
Everyone loves peace. No one loves war. But there's no peace without war. If we want secure borders, then we have to use strength. If we want a safe city, then we have to be firm. If we want to keep our wealth, then we have to use force. That's why an emperor has to be ready to use force. Yes, violence isn't beautiful. Neither is it beautiful to exert. But someone has to take on this burden. Someone like General Bautone. Someone who has been able to protect us against our ferocious Goths and fanatical Catholics. Thus he deserves our gratitude for having defended us against our external and internal enemies, for having bestowed honor upon Rome, for having killed many innocent people.
You aren't hungry?
Why won't you look at me? Would you like your son?
No.
Leave it! Take the baby out of this
Why are
place.
you here again? Why are you here?
Because you are here.
What do you want from me?
For you to be happy.
I'm not happy. Right? I'm not happy. And I don't want you here!
You can chase me away, but you cannot chase yourself away. Remember who you are.
But Paul's words have second meanings as well. Think of mountain rivers. When they meet an obstacle, they become stronger.
It's not our fault if we are made of matter, of evil.
We are not ordinary people, and we don't need the truth.
We are becoming increasingly more influential.
Let us hear your voice.
You don't believe in anything!
We're expecting a child. I never want to be a bother to you.
The truth is not an idea, a concept, or a state of mind.
The courage to live without the truth. Do you have this courage?
Man doesn't find the truth. Man must let the truth find him.
And I now baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Words are not enough to change a man. That's a fact. And not only words.
The truth is a person, It's Jesus Christ, the Son of God.
Take it and read it. Take it and read it.
The epistles of St. Paul the Apostle. Not in rioting and not in drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put ye on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make not provisions for the flesh to fulfill the lusts thereof. always spoken. Too much. Today, for the first time, listened. I listened to him.
Belatedly I loved thee, O beauty so ancient and so new. Belatedly I loved thee. Thou didst cry aloud and force open my deafness. Thou didst shine and chase away my blindness. Thou didst breathe fragrant odors, and I drew in my breath, and now I pant for thee.
Amen.
I tasted, and now I hunger and thirst. Thou didst touch me, and I burned for thy peace.
You have humiliated yourself. You have humiliated the Emperor, my son. You have humiliated the whole Empire. You are dismissed as court orator to the Emperor. You are no longer the Emperor's voice. Nobody will ever listen to your voice. Valerius. You betrayed our trust. You made us look foolish in front of the whole Empire. We will not tolerate being made to look ridiculous. You're no longer welcome here. Go back to where you came from.
They didn't succeed in requisitioning the Basilica.
Your conversion has given courage to the people who now fill it. The Empress couldn't kill us all. And now, what are you going to do?
I'm going to Ostia with my mother and my son. From there, we'll embark on a ship for Africa to go home.
And once you've arrived?
I want to study and pray. Live in seclusion.
It won't be easy for you to live in seclusion. I speak from experience.
I don't feel worthy of priesthood.
He'll ask more of you than that. Here. It's ink.
Remember to use it all.
I've spoken with the captain. We set sail in 3 days.
I always wished to be buried in my homeland, in Africa.
It's not the time to be thinking about that, Mother.
But you know, it doesn't matter anymore. You can bury me anywhere, even here. There was only one thing I've ever desired, I ever lived for. To see you baptized before I died. Give me your hand. There's no need to be afraid. Listen to the silence. Our life is just a shell. Fragile, temporary. But there is something that lives within us that is not fragile. It's not temporary. We are already living an eternal life, my son.
The seal will tell you where to go. Yes. These are the last trunks of books. Only the manuscripts of the City of God are missing, then everything will have been loaded on the Pope's ships.
I've almost finished it, Placidius. Just let me work on it a bit more. A bit more.
Come on, come on.
Out through the side door.
Quick about it.
Lucille.
Another trunk, Lucille.
What do you want? To conscript me as well?
No, no. Only to look at you.
There, now you have.
How many more to come?
Tonight we attack.
Just what Rome needs. More dead heroes to worship.
Yes, I will fight for Rome. But I will live for you. Because you give me the desire to live.
There are some more in the library. Fetch them.
My uncle, excuse me.
We're about halfway.
Bishop Augustine is your uncle?
Yes.
My father's brother.
Fabius! Fabius. I understand your resentment towards me. But listen, don't sacrifice your life, nor that of your men, to defend an empire in decline.
I'm Roman, an officer of the Empire. And this is what I will be until the very end.
Man is what he loves. If you love the earth, you will be of the earth. If you love God, you will be of God. As the scriptures say, we are all gods and children of God.
I'm not a child of any god. I'm the son of a man who died when I was just a child. Do you know, Lucille, who killed my father? It was your uncle, the great Bishop Augustine. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. I remember every detail. Ambrose was right. I became a priest, but God wanted more from me. By then, I'd been a bishop for a few years.
Now that the confessions is finished, what will you dictate in this room?
I have a few ideas in mind, but only one in particular is urgent. A book to defend the Church from the accusation that it's leading the Empire to ruin.
In fact, since Rome was sacked by Alaric, the Church has been blamed for everything.
Instead, the Church will be the one to hold on to the traditions of Rome in these uncertain times that are in store for us.
Have you chosen the title?
The City of God.
Bishop. Something terrible.
Oh, dear. Oh, God. It's Father Babulus.
His hands have been cut off.
Why?
And his tongue has been cut out.
The Donatists have done this.
The fanatic Donatists. There is a difference.
I know the difference. But when word of the murder gets out, people won't make such a subtle distinction. We could risk the breakout of civil war between the Catholics and the Donatists.
No.
What are you going to do?
A council?
Yes. You are the Bishop of the Donatists, and I of the Catholics. Let's bring our priests together for a public debate in Carthage, until we establish who's right and where the truth stands.
The truth?
The truth.
And when we have established the truth?
If the truth lies with the Donatists, then we will become Donatist. If it lies with the Catholics, then you will become Catholic. We all want peace, but there's no real peace without the truth. Let's find it together.
That would be an unfair dispute. No one can beat an orator like you.
I won't be participating in the debate.
You won't be participating?
I'm only concerned about one thing, Sidonius. The truth. If by any chance the Catholics should win the debate, I wouldn't want anyone to suspect that it was all due to the skill of rhetoric instead of the truth of the arguments.
One condition. The judge has to be neutral and above suspicion.
We will select him together.
Hilarious Domitius. We've come to Carthage because you are the most esteemed judge in the province.
I usually judge criminal matters, not religious ones. I'm not even Christian.
It's not different. You just need to judge the truth.
You must have a lot of faith in yourselves to put everything at stake in a public debate.
Not in ourselves. In the truth.
Many people have already died in this conflict.
That's why we need you.
Fabius. My son Fabius.
He has the same eyes my son used to have.
Well, he's upset. Because I promised to spend the day with him.
My fault, Fabius. My fault. I took your father away from you today.
Are you really sure you don't want to speak today?
You'll do fine.
I'd prefer to listen to you.
You know, Posidius, it was in this tribunal where everything began for me.
Let's hope that this is not where everything ends for you.
Carthaginians, let me speak. I've been called to express a judgment on your debate. I will listen carefully to both sides. I will judge with impartiality and trust that the truth we discover today will help you to unite. I officially open this debate and invite Donatus Bishop Sidonius to speak first.
Illustrious Judge, today I speak before you, gentlemen, ladies, and our God. I could talk about religion, sin, betraying the scriptures, or the fractured history with our Catholic brothers. But today I want to speak of only one man, a priest, who's been the greatest sinner of us all. Bishop Augustine. Have I not stayed silent long enough? It's time we pull back the veils that have hidden the truth of your beloved bishop. A man who was driven to represent murderers and individuals with the most base morals. He was a slave to an ambition that pushed him to seek success through the skill of his rhetoric. A man of God, consumed by lust, avarice, and ego. A narcissism that drove him to worship no greater God than himself. This debate was to be about truth, but that truth has been eclipsed by one man. There is no greater sinner than Augustine. The fact that he became a priest is proof that Catholics cannot be trusted.
I'd chosen not to participate. Yet from the moment I became the topic of discussion, it's my duty to speak. Sidonius is right. Ambitious, lustful, narcissistic. I was all of these things. God gave me a mother. She showed me that nothing in this material world is worthy of our ambition. God gave me a woman. She showed me that loving means renouncing oneself. God gave me a son. I started to believe that he was created in my image. Then God took him away from me to show me he was created in his image. Ambitious, lustful, narcissistic. Because I was all these things, and still am, as we all are. As we all are. But not one of us is alone. Ever. Not even when we're in desperation. bitterness, darkness. God is close to us. God is more brother than any brother. He's more friend than any friend. More lover than any lover.
Victory to the Donatists, or the next one will pierce your heart.
Aren't you coming to bed?
I'll be right there.
You haven't made your decision yet.
I'm still thinking it over.
Go on, Fabius. Say goodnight to your father.
Good night, Father.
Good night, my little one.
Come on, run. I wish Augustine hadn't dragged you into this whole matter.
I must only determine the truth. I'm a judge, it's my duty.
But you're also a father. And a husband. Don't forget that.
You asked me to give a verdict on your debate. Well then, when a judge pronounces his opinion, he also expresses a judgment of himself. Good judgment if he was just in his decision. Bad judgment if his decision was warped. And thus, with great interest in the name of the authority bestowed upon me, the victory of the debate goes to the Catholic orators. The doctrine they uphold is the truth. Augustine. Raise your guard. Raise your guard. And lunge. Excellent. One day, you'll have to defend your family, along with the whole of Rome and the Empire.
Where will you be?
Well, I'll get old eventually.
Father!
remember that time when we walked down the beach. She was so happy.
When we pushed Mother in the water.
Hilarious. I'm sorry. You needn't be. I did my duty. I'm a judge. Give me your blessing. Tell me more about that city you're writing about.
The city of God? Soon, you'll know it better than I do.
Years have gone by, but I still don't understand you or my father.
Your father died to defend the truth, as you are ready to die to defend the Empire. But the Empire will come to an end. The truth your father died for won't.
No. My father died for nothing. And if the Empire comes to an end, you Christians will be to blame. Because you betrayed it.
They're coming.
Fabius doesn't need to attack after all. We'll wait for the fleet to arrive from Rome. I'll go and tell him.
Wait. If Fabius is successful, it will be my success. If he fails, the fleet will arrive and will resolve everything, proving to everyone that I was right.
And Bishop Augustine was wrong.
Exactly.
My God, as from the abyss of the sea, the depths of the heart of man bursts forth storms, wars, and you seem to be overcome by slumber, like the day on Lake Tiberiad, when you were in the boat with your apostles. Then I, as they did, must cry out, Master, Master, we are about to die. Do you not care? Wake up, Master. Calm the winds like on that day.
Come on, move!
The hearts of men. And ask us like you did on that day, why are you so afraid? Have ye no faith?
You didn't sleep.
You didn't either.
Riderless horse! Riderless horse approaching!
What are they? What's inside?
And now? We've lost a battle, not a war.
People have lost their heads, not just a battle.
Well, let's try not to lose ours as well. Trust me.
She's been kneeling there since last night. Embark on the ships the Pope has sent, and take her with you. There is no hope left for this city.
If I don't return, you take charge of Hippo. My name is Augustine, the Bishop of Hippo. I would like to speak to your leader, Gaiseric.
Yes, sir. Good, three over there. What about that cage? Yes, sir. Oh, yes. Yes, sir. Over here.
Your troops will attack from the west side. Ah! The famous bishop. They must be really desperate in Hippo if they decided to risk the life of their most illustrious citizen. What have you come to ask me?
Nothing. I've come only to make you an offer.
And what could that possibly be?
The chance to become a great king.
I am already king. A king of a great empire.
No. You're just a bandit of a small gang. You only fight to increase your wealth. What is that if not banditry? Without laws or unifying the people, all you rule over is a string of conquered villages. To become a great king, it takes more than being able to plunder and pillage. It takes a vision, benevolence, a firm hand that can build as well as destroy. What do you want your legacy to be? That of a king or that of a bandit? Do the right thing. Free the prisoners and take me instead.
Today I'm happy I didn't die for Rome.
Gaiseric has proposed a peace agreement. All citizens will be spared if we lay down our arms and open the city gates. This will be the beginning of a new era for Hippo. It will be completely different from now. Yes, but we should not fear. We should not fear our next of kin. And today the Vandals are the next of kin that God has sent us. We don't know them, you say. They are men, I tell you. They are different from us, you say. No more different than any other men, I tell you. They are our enemies, you say. They will become our friends, I tell you.
What will be left of Hippo if it falls into the hands of the Vandals?
A city is its citizens, Governor, not its walls.
Walls are important, Bishop. To open the doors of Hippo means to lose everything. Homes, possessions, power.
Yes, everything. But that's a reasonable price for life.
What kind of life would that be?
It would be life. Certainly richer than if we remain attached to our possessions.
I have a better proposal. I have received a message from the Emperor. The Imperial fleet will arrive tonight. Gaiseric's fleet will be destroyed. His army will be lost, and Hippo shall be freed!
You've already tried relying on your own strength, instead of God's once. Remember what happened.
We have the Imperial fleet. What do we need your God for?
If you have come to this decision, then you no longer need me.
This is the decision we have made.
Tomorrow at dawn, the ships the Pope has sent will leave. Whoever wants to embark is more than welcome.
Whoever doesn't stay and fight will lose all their possessions!
Fabius.
Bishop?
What are you doing here? Don't you have to be prepared to be freed by the Imperial fleet?
I don't need that type of freedom anymore. You've already freed me today.
No. The Lord has freed you. I didn't even know you were still alive.
I'm not talking about freedom from Gaiseric. I'm talking about the freedom from the old Rome. You've made me believe that there can be a new Rome, one not built on fear or powerful weapons or past glories. We need a city founded on hope, faith, and even a love for our enemies. It has to be a city of...
A city of God.
Then... maybe one day I'll thank him too. I remember my father on his deathbed, asking you to tell him about that city. Well, today I understand why. There's one more thing I want to ask you, Bishop.
Now, you are man and wife. We have dark times ahead of us. But you will be a light in the darkness, a light of love. That's why I tell you, if you keep silent with love. If you speak out with love. If you discipline with love. If you forgive with love. Let love take root within you, for only goodness can arise from this origin. Love, and do as you wish. I stand here today in honor of your father. That one too, all of them.
Why have you ordered the books to be unloaded?
The ship must be able to save as many people as possible.
Including you!
I cannot leave, Lucille. I'm the bishop of this city.
But they have spurned you, betrayed you.
And how many times have I betrayed the Lord, and still he continues to love me?
And I must be a testimony of this love?
Fabius, go on board the ship before it's too late. And take care of her.
No.
Come on.
Burning ships on the horizon! Burning ships!
Vandal ships or Roman ships?
It's impossible to say right
Vandal ships or Roman ships!
It's impossible to say right now, Master. We must wait for daybreak.
The Imperial fleet has been defeated! It's defeated! The Vandals have destroyed the fleet! The Vandals have destroyed the fleet! Come on, leave him on!
Love endures in adversity. It shows prudence in prosperity. It is strong in suffering. It rejoices in good deeds. It is safe from temptation. It is generous in hospitality, cheerful among true brothers, patient with the faithless. It is the spirit of holy books, the virtue of prophecy, the salvation of the mysteries. It is the strength of knowledge, the bounty of faith. It is wealth for the poor, life for the dying. Love is everything.
not the books.
Judgment is finished. This heaven and earth shall cease to be, and there will be a new heaven and a new earth. For this world shall pass away by transmutation, not by absolute destruction. And therefore, St. Paul says, "For the figure of this world passes away. I would have you be without anxiety."